What's up guys? Today I have another nail polish video for you. It is my Thanksgiving nail polish picks. I am so excited to do this video. I just love doing nail polish picks. Those are probably my most favorite nail videos to do. Each one of the polishes I'm going to show you today represents a type of food that my family always have at Thanksgiving dinner. And yeah, I'm just gonna get right into this video and show you guys the polishes that I have because I am in a rambly mood today and I will probably just be rambling on and on and on. But before we do that, I just want to tell you guys what I'm wearing on my nails because I'm sure I'm going to get a lot of questions about it. It is Essie's Trophy Wife. This is just a really pretty metallic teal bluey green color. I absolutely love this. I hauled this back in my fall nail polish haul video. I will leave it linked somewhere. I am wearing on my lips ColourPop's Lippy Stix in their Matte X formula. This is in the shade Parker. Everything that I'm wearing I usually put in the description bar, but just in case you missed it. I feel like the lights are gonna be glaring on these really badly. Yep, there was a total glare. So yeah, I'm gonna have to take off my glasses. The first polish I have to show you guys is by OPI. This is I Sing in the Coppera. This actually reminds me of Warm and Fuzzy from the Muppets collection a few years ago. I don't know if this is a remake. I picked this up from TJ Maxx and Marshalls, and I know a lot of times they do rename the same types of styles or shades of nail polishes. So usually what happens is if they had a contract with a movie or a certain production and that contract is up, they can no longer use the name on the polish, so they will rename it. They will put the same shade or polish out but under a different name, so they'll rename the polish. And I think that this might be Warm and Fuzzy from the Muppets collection. I'm not entirely sure. You guys let me know down below because I don't own Warm and Fuzzy. I Sing in the Coppera is a reddy brown tone base with a copper and gold shimmer. Don't know why, but it definitely gives me pecan pie vibes, so that is the reason why I picked this polish to represent pecan pie. It's really funny because I personally don't like pecan pie, but it's really big at my family's Thanksgiving. It is always there, so I thought that I would put that in there because it is like a staple in my family's Thanksgiving dinner. I'm not a huge fan of pecan pie, but yeah, I just really like this one. I remember I wore it last year for Thanksgiving and the year before that, and I'll probably maybe wear it this year because it is just such a beautiful fall shade. Definitely reminiscent of pecan pie, and that is a staple at Thanksgiving dinner. So that is I Sing in the Coppera by OPI. And the next polish I have to show you is a green. I actually have two green polishes, and this is the reason why I have two green polishes is because there are two different types of greens that we eat on Thanksgiving Day. I don't know if your family does this, but this is just how my family does. I know everyone's Thanksgiving dinner is different depending on the ethnicity or the culture. This is just what my family has, and so that I'm kind of sharing that with you guys. So on Thanksgiving Day, we have something called greens, and it is literally, I don't even know how to describe it. It's what it sounds like. They're greens. They're mostly like big leaves. And there are two types of greens that we have on Thanksgiving Day. There are collard greens and then there are mustard greens. Collard greens are like a really deep dark green shade, and they're a little bit more of a tougher or thicker texture of a leaf, and they're also very much salty. Whereas mustard greens, on the other hand, they tend to have a yellowy kind of hue to them, and they're a little bit more sweet. So I really like mustard greens. Those are my favorite. I'm a sweetie. I just like sweet stuff. First green that I'm going to show you guys is from Essie, and this is called Stylenomics. This is to represent the collard greens, which is the deep dark green collard green shade. The formula on this is pretty good. It's 2 coats to be completely opaque. You might need to double up on the base coat just to kind of avoid a little bit of stainage, but honestly, this is a beautiful shade of green. I absolutely love it. That is Stylenomics by Essie. And then the shade I have to represent collard greens is from Revlon. This is part of their Brilliant Strength line. I found this, I think, in Big Lots. I'm not sure if they carry this in their permanent line, but yeah, I found it in Big Lots, so you guys can check there, maybe even TJ Maxx or Marshalls. But this just has a beautiful olive green base with a ton, I'm sorry, I'm getting thirsty. But it's have a beautiful olive green base with a ton of gold glitter in there. It is absolutely beautiful. Girl, Porsche. This reminds me so much of mustard greens. I can't even tell you, like, it just is a splitting image to me of mustard greens. This also reminds me of when I was a kid and I used to take my cornbread, I don't know if you guys used to do this, and mix it into my greens and just mix it all up together and make a big mashy mess. And all of my cornbread would kind of like get soggy and like mixed with my greens, and it was like this big huge pile of mush that was so freaking good. I love it. Like, I just thinking about it now makes me like want greens and cornbread really badly. So that is the reason why I picked this shade. I don't even think I told you guys the shade. What's wrong with me? This is called Enthrall by Revlon Brilliant Strength. Okay guys, so the next shade I'm going to show you should be no surprise to you because it was also in my fall nail polish picks. It is OPI's It's a Piazza Cake. This is a beautiful burnt orange cream polish. It is absolutely stunning on the nails. This takes about 2 coats to be opaque. This came out in the Venice collection. I'm not going to talk too much about it here because I ran my mouth like a motorboat in my fall nail polish picks about this. If you guys are subscribed to my channel and you've seen that video, you already know how I feel about this polish. I picked this polish to represent my grandma's sweet potato pie because it is my favorite thing to have on Thanksgiving Day. If you're into pumpkin pie, this also can represent pumpkin pie color as well for you, but for me, it really just reminds me of my grandma's sweet potato pie, and I am just absolutely in love with this shade. That is It's a Piazza Cake by OPI. This next polish is called Aim to Misbehave by Essie. I know a lot of people like down this nail polish and like seriously hate it. This is Essie's 1000th shade. Like I said, I know a lot of people didn't like this color. For me, it's not like, wouldn't be my first pick. Yellow is usually not my first pick of choice of polishes like most people. However, I do want to commend Essie for doing something completely out of the box that they have never done before and just stepping out on a limb and doing something other than their typical, there is a fruit fly in here, sorry, other than their typical like pastel shades. So I just want to commend them on that. I think that they did a good job with making something super unique that most brands would not do, and that's something that they never done before. I picked this to represent the cornbread on Thanksgiving Day. This is just a really pretty, like bright sunshine yellow shade with a ton of gold shimmer gleaming throughout. It is absolutely stunning. I mean, I wouldn't normally think this is stunning until I saw that it represented cornbread. I was like, oh my God, this is identical to the thick yellow blocks of cornbread that you get on Thanksgiving Day. Like, hands down, identical to it, even down to the tea of, you know how like the butter melts on the cornbread and it just has like glistening, gleaming look to it? You get that in here with the shimmer. I'm like, you totally get that in with this polish. It also reminds me of corn on the cob, down to the T as well. So yeah, if you guys have corn on the cob or cornbread on Thanksgiving Day, this is like the perfect shade to represent that. So that is Aim to Misbehave by Essie. Okay, so the next polish I have to show you is called a Velvet Bow by ChinaGlaze. I love this shade. If you want to see swatch photos, follow me on Instagram. It will be linked here across the screen, right here. or down below. Just follow me on Instagram. This is a beautiful like deep red and brown shade. It is the perfect combination of red and brown. It's like having chocolate with red in it. It's absolutely stunning on the nails. Definitely one of my favorite types of fall shades to wear ever. But I picked this one out to represent, of course, you guys know, a slice of red velvet cake. Now, we don't always have red velvet cake on Thanksgiving, but I just, for whatever reason, I wanted red velvet cake in this Thanksgiving. So I put this on the list, and that is Velvet Bow by ChinaGlaze. So this next one I am super excited to show you guys because it represents cranberry sauce down to a freaking T, and I am just so obsessed with it. It's Where's the Party Canonette by ChinaGlaze. This came out in their My Little Pony collection, which I have a whole swatch and review video on. I will leave it linked right there. This I picked to represent cranberry sauce. You know, there's two types of cranberry sauce. There's the cranberry sauce that you get in the can that is just like straight up jelly and like a thick gel-like texture, and then there's the cranberry sauce that's actually kind of like a sauce and it has like bits of cranberry in it. That is what I picked this to represent. This is a deep like cranberry maroon jelly base with a bunch of silver holographic glitter inside. This does dry down to a textured finish, which I feel like is perfect. If you don't like texture polishes, you may not like this, but I feel like this is the perfect representation for that cranberry sauce with the bits of cranberries in it where it is kind of textured. I feel like this is just like the perfect representation of that. It's absolutely gorgeous, so beautiful on the nails. Definitely one of my favorite nail polishes of 2017, hands down, period. I just absolutely love this shade, and that is Where's the Party Canonette by ChinaGlaze. Down to the last polish, and this polish I picked to represent the turkey on Thanksgiving, and this is Essie's, I forgot. This is Essie's All Eyes on Nudes. This came out in the Cashmere Matte collection, so it does dry down to a matte finish. I love wearing neutral and nude matte nails in the winter and fall season, so this is absolutely perfect. I feel like there has to be a nude in here for all of the people who don't like color and who absolutely love to wear nude, which I don't know why you wouldn't like color, but maybe you are one of those people. I picked this to represent the turkey. I know not everyone eats meat and a lot of people are vegan, but there are different types of people who have different types of eating habits, and while not everyone in my family do eat meat, there are definitely some people in my family who do eat meat. So we definitely have a turkey on Thanksgiving, and I'm sorry if this is super offensive to you, but there definitely is a turkey at the table on my family's Thanksgiving, and it's just because some of us eat meat and some of us don't. That's just the way it is. That's just life. Different people, different eating habits. It's just a really pretty like brown tan color. It just looks like it's a beautiful nude. It's just like the perfect nude shade. This definitely gives me like nude turkey vibes, like right when my parents are like prepping the turkey and stuff like that. This looks identical to that. So that is the reason why I picked this shade. I won't spend too much time on it because I know a lot of people are vegan and I do not want to get attacked. Okay, but this does not mean that I eat meat. It just means that there are people in my family who do. That is All Eyes on Nude by Essie. That is the end of this video. I hope you had so much fun watching and you found it super helpful or at least entertaining. Please comment down below what your favorite Thanksgiving nail polish is to wear. Also, what your favorite Thanksgiving dish is to have. I would love to know what you guys like to eat and how different cultures celebrate or represent Thanksgiving. Did I say represent? That's Big City said. So don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe. You know the drill. I will see you guys in the next video. Bye!
Peace!